So what's up, fellow journeyers? Today's about Boston. But as we've been on the road more and more, we've gone to big cities, little cities. One thing we've seen is when you start going to these big cities, it's not the same as, say, a small city or even like a medium-sized city out west. You can't just pull up easily to your campground, your 40-foot RV, hop in your dually, drive into town, park in the free open-air parking lot. Like, yeah, none of that's gonna apply to Boston. So even though the video is about Boston, it's also about versatility, because as you do these things and you're not, on vacation, you might just have a car and you just drive in, go to the Airbnb or go to the hotel, or, it's a different deal. But once you start having things that are larger than normal, there's gotta be some versatility. There's gotta be some planning. So you're figuring all this stuff out. How do we even get into Boston? What do we do once we're in Boston? How do we find what we need to find once we're in Boston? We're gonna show you guys a lot of that. But first, because I love this stuff, I wanna geek out with you guys a little bit about some of the stuff we have that's versatile. Clothing, backpacks, all that kind of stuff. So since it's raining, I actually don't have one of our shirts with our logo on it, but this is one of the things I tested beforehand. This is like a synthetic cotton blend. These are the kind of shirts I like because they dry fast. I could actually hand wash it in the sink if I had to. It feels super soft. They're like, I don't know if you have different shirts and you put some of them on, you're like, man, that feels incredible. Well, that's what these are. Pants, these are my favorite pants. Canvas, they dry quick. They got a little bit of flexibility to them. Super durable. Love these pants as well. I'll have all this stuff linked in the description and all that too. Diaper bag, waterproof, tons of storage. Carrying that around today. We're gonna be taking our carrier. What do you think, buddy? You ready for Boston? Can you say Boston? So as far as camera gear, I usually carry this monopod around. It looks big because it is. It's terrible. Well, it's not terrible, it's awesome, but it's a pain to carry it around. And then usually my other piece of gear is like my GoPro with a clamp, and then my main camera, which is what I'm using right now. I've taken that off the giant monopod, and I've got it on a clamp as well, so that I can clamp either one like that, and hopefully have some versatility. Marissa said it's a terrible idea to have this big camera on this clamp, so it probably is. She's usually right. Even something as simple as socks. These are merino wool. They dry fast, they feel great, all that good kind of stuff. Then my shoes, so these are wide-toed, waterproof, trail running, grip, / hiking, pretty much everything all around shoes that I wear quite a bit. Those should be good today. If it rains, if it snows, they come in very handy. They're not as handy as Hensley's rain boots, and they don't look as cool. They did not make pink rain boots for men in my size that I wanted from Croc. So I'm going with these.
I remember my mom having me put my brother's shoes on as a kid, and I always hated I don't know why it's so difficult putting other people's shoes on.
I have a hard time putting my shoes on. You bundling up? How many layers you got? So you got that, this jacket.
Well, I'm
just gonna pack that, I guess, just in case.
I'm gonna try his rain jacket, but he might need something a little warmer, so. I have a fear of being cold. Like, these pants are like got little fleece lined in them.
So Marissa's layered up too. It's part of being versatile. I don't know, who knows how many layers she's got on, but.
I have a fear, and then you have to think when it comes to like nursing a baby, everything has to like be versatile in that sense too. So not only are you thinking about that, it's just one more thing to add on.
Backpack check. Keys check. Also found down pretty versatile. This is an REI one. It's water resistant. Of course, it acts sort of like a windbreaker. It's got the hood, regulates temperature pretty well. Yeah, we might get wet at some point. We'll see. You two ready?
Yep.
Look at this manly setup. Buddy. Oh man, it's gonna be a nice day. Oh goodness. I gotta wad these up. Our ferry leaves in what, 3 minutes?
4 minutes, let's go. There's people getting on, yes.
There's 2.
Where are you?
Yeah.
Hey JJ, Daddy's never wore you before, has he?
Nope.
You used to wear Hensley in that carrier.
I did. Got some history in this thing. What do you think, Hensley? You say hi to Mama? Hi, Mama. Oh my goodness, last one. All right. Let's go. Let's go. We're gonna miss our boat.
We're gonna miss it. Awesome.
excited?
She is so excited. This girl loves her cities. She loves the big buildings and riding boats and trolleys, and she's our city girl.
Wow. Well, we are definitely in the city. Man, look at that. Look at the architecture here, babe. It's crazy. Marissa wanted to do this. I don't know if we'll get to it or not, but
I've always wanted to do a duck tour. I don't know why.
So you got two main trolley tour companies everybody takes. The first one is Old Town Trolley, and then City View is the other one. And so we went with Old Town. 3 reasons. Number 1, the tour's longer because of number 2, more stops, and then number 3, we've seen more consistency with Old Town in other cities as far as them picking people up every 15 minutes-ish instead of every 30 or 45 or something like that.
I love hearing the narration of the history, and it's just the easiest way to get from point A to point B in tow. Some of your bigger cities, for us, it's just the easiest option. If it was just me and Nathan, we could totally walk and navigate, but when we've got kids, if we want to see the most we can see in a day, this is just it's just the best way for us to do it. We love doing it this way.
You got both. There you go.
I'm double.
That's how we roll.
So I've got my Google Maps of all the places that I've been that I want to see, and I'm looking at our trolley stops and seeing like where in relation everything is. So.
I'll jump it. Good jump. Windy. Wow. Look how big that building is. Keeps going and going.
I can't say anything because people can't understand my accent, but I'm having a hard time.
Well, with the wind, I don't think they can understand us anyway, so you're probably in good shape. Oh my goodness.
Street.
Good job, girl. Look at this. Freedom Trail goes right through all this. So this gun was found near the massacre site, 1770.
This is coat belonging to John Hancock.
What? No.
That's what it says.
That's John Hancock's coat? Wow. It's a pretty good looking coat. Wow.
Here in the council chamber in a few minutes.
Okay.
It's a costumed interpreter talking about life in the 1700s.
Okay.
Is that it?
Do you know what happened here? In 1776, the Declaration of Independence was read in this balcony. It's just so cool watching history unfold, like, you know, knowing who stood where I'm standing and how it was such a pivotal time. But the streets look a little different than they did in 1776 when this was read from this balcony.
Welcome to you all to our town of Boston. I'm wearing gaiters, you see. Now the gaiters are there to protect me against the horse excrement in the streets, you see. And the same with a lady. So a lady will curtsy.
So really cool. Like, but the guy that came in was basically a real person from the time period of here. What, 1700s, I guess, whatnot. He was a Warner. So he told us what he did, how he dressed, the way he dressed, and actually, like, when you get your pass, they give you someone on your pass and tell you like their social status. I don't know, some facts about them. I like the social network there. It's pretty cool. But I don't know, it's neat to think about all the cool thing to me was like your social status determines what you do as you walk by someone. If someone is like around your social status, like if you're just a regular person, whatever, you just kind of tip your hat. If it's royalty, you're gonna like just kind of back up and bow, and you know, everybody had their own status. Yeah, what's up?
Do you know how we sew this?
Oh, we're gonna sew? All right, you gonna try to sew? So major things that happened in the 1700s here. First marketplace in Boston opened here in 1634 on this side. The Boston Massacre happened right, like this is the building we're in right here. Like the Boston Massacre was right outside this building in 1770. 1776, Declaration of Independence was read to Boston. That's the balcony we were on just a second ago.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
An insane amount of history here. Wow. So this clock was the only clock in town. Nobody had anything to tell time, so everybody used this one clock to tell time.
Hot soup coming through.
Best idea ever.
Okay.
Thank you.
New England clam chowder. So, got it in a bread bowl as well.
Wow.
It's so good.
Oh my goodness. What's the mine saying?
Well, he said it was their most popular, and I was like, well, just give me 2 of those.
That works. JJ said, give me one too.
It's really good.
How's that pizza, kid?
Yes, I made some money.
Screaming, yes, I need some money.
I made some money.
Yes, I made some money.
Yeah.
Go cafeteria, bro. Teacher, yes, I made some money.
He's good.
Yes, I made some money again.
Pretty sure this is the Freedom Trail here.
Well, the Freedom Trail goes like 2.5 miles through the city.
So our bus driver said that a lot of these are grandfathered in from who knows how long ago, and they actually still have the deed or the rights to let their sheep graze on the Boston Common down there. So it's
On
Boston
Beacon
Common,
Street.
Beacon
Yeah.
Street.
Well, Boston Commons.
Well, they're overlooking the Boston Common from Beacon Street, so they can just, you know, let their sheep out at any time. I don't think that happens very often, but there's some old money, some old architecture.
Well, old laws. It's funny how different states have kept in place like old laws. They're really funny at times. This is Acorn Street. It's like the most photographed street in the U.S. already.
All right. Got this road, isn't it? This is a crazy road. Look how it curves up in the middle.
If you don't hold my hand, I go slow.
Oh yeah?
We had a lot on our list today, and I really wanted to get over to Fenway Park and do a tour, but the kids were asleep when we were on the bus, so, you know.
Well, it was gonna be tight. We were gonna have
Yeah.
to make it back onto the trolley and back to the ferry in pretty much 30 minutes once we got out of the tour.
Yeah, because we were gonna have to walk maybe like
So we wouldn't see any of
almost a mile there and a mile back, and the kids were asleep, and we got to catch the ferry, so I'm bummed about not catching Fenway this time, but we definitely would love to do the city again when the kids get a little older, because there's so much history here. It's awesome
It's
area, but so we had to stop at a playground and let the kids have a break. What do you think, bud?
You wanna take some pictures with me? Take a picture.
Cheese! I love how cities keep playgrounds in the middle of the city and they keep it green and just have an area to stretch your legs and play. That's been a saving grace doing cities for us.
What you got, girl?
I need to show JJ something.
What are you gonna show him?
Come follow me.
I don't know how that's gonna go.
I heard him giggle when I put it on.
Did he?
It's your first time, buddy.
What do you think?
It's your first time. You like it?
Think about
You
it.
like
Aw,
it?
He does like it. He's got a hold of your hair.
Yeah, just hold on. Hensley used to hold my hair too.
Nowhere.
All right, what we got, Hensley?
That's what I love about Nathan. I knew he'd be a good dad, but I had no idea he'd be such an amazing dad that he is. Like, when the kids want to play or need his attention, he always drops what he's doing and gives them his focus. And I just love that about him, because I know he's so tired. Like, I know he's tired right now. Like, we're not getting a lot of sleep with JJ sometimes, and he just, when they say, hey daddy, come look at this, he gets up and he goes. I love that.
Of course, we can't leave Boston without something sweet.
You know us.
So
Some people, like, they count all their 50 states with paddle boarding or something cool. Ours is like, I think we have to get something sweet in every state.
that's what we tell ourselves at least. So we're going back to the market we were at just before. There was tons of stuff there.
This is what gets Nathan every time. Not giving away my age or anything, but I think this is a winner because it was established the year I was born.
That didn't add up to 29, babe. We do chocolate chip with Oreo ice cream. Oh, Hensley, look what she's doing to it. So Hensley, that was ridiculous.
I love sprinkles.
Are you ready to say goodbye to Boston?
Goodbye, Boston.
Did you have a good time?
I think her face says she had a great time.
Got a sweet.
Between this little booger and, which he does great in the day, it's just at night, but I enjoyed it, man. A lot of information.
It is.
We learned that it's $300 for a library card in Boston, apparently, but they have a.
Well, there's a private library.
Oh,
it's
that's
a
not
private library.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like a $300 yearly fee, but it's got like George Washington's collection and even a book made out of human skin. They said, I don't know.
worth it. I'm like, you could get an Airbnb and spend a month in Boston. Like, there's a ton of stuff to do.
So much to do. Sometimes you don't know things about yourself till you start traveling. You discover new things. I mean, like, I never thought I would enjoy making videos. Did you? I mean, so that's something.
I never made videos.
Yeah,
no.
that's something.
And we were like the kids that like ran around with a camera by ourselves, which had been a giant VHS on my shoulder. But yeah, definitely.
So
not
that's something that I've discovered, that we really enjoy making videos. And I think another thing that I've learned about myself is I really enjoy history, and I never knew that I did until we started exploring the places and seeing them firsthand. It's just different than reading about it in a textbook.
We were coming to this area. This is the time we looked at it. We said, "Oh my goodness, it's going to rain for." Really, it's going to rain for 4 days in a row. It's
Yeah,
gonna rain
we had a
heavy for 3
week
of them.
here.
Thought, man, 5 nights, we're good to go. But you adapt. You adapt to the weather. You adapt with the kids. You adapt with your stuff. It seems like a lot, and it can be. There's just a lot of stuff to juggle with big cities.
We've learned a few things along the way. But
Yeah, I mean, for
still
instance,
learning.
we've taken strollers into big cities, but strollers on these trolleys just not
There's
good.
nowhere to put
No,
them.
that's one thing too. You check with locals, and they said that the red line coming into the town, like they said, it's been messing up like crazy. I said, don't take that, just take the ferry. So we're like,
The ferry was fun.
Yeah, it was. It was a good call. Apparently, we saved. I want to say it's at least an hour. I think taking the train in. So, and then we still maybe would have had to gotten on the subway or walked farther. So, we saved a lot of time doing that and a lot of energy. And
Then you get out on the water. I love
Yeah,
being able to get out
it's
on the
beautiful.
water in cities. It's just seeing them from a different perspective.
one sort of roadblock we ran into as well was we were going to drive the truck to one of these places where the train was at, and like it was all covered garage. I don't think we could get in with the truck, so you got to pay attention to that. If you got a dually, like going into a covered garage is not not ideal. So you're looking for open parking, and I don't know. It's a lot of stuff, but it's worth it. Cities are worth it. We do a lot of planning. We did a lot of planning for Boston.
It did take a lot of planning.
And so if you want to see more from us, more from Boston, we also do some Patreon videos on the side. Marissa did 2 today at the State House, one at the State House and one on the ferry that she did with her iPhone. That if you want to check those out, letsjunkmorejourney.com/Patreon. I hope the rain consistently stays. This is perfect. Like, this is good sleeping rain right here.
I know, I could totally go to sleep.
I do miss the rain on the Airstream, though. That sounded really cool. Like when it was
It
heavy.
did, that tin roof
You
sound.
can't beat the tin roof, but when it rained heavy, it'd keep you up all night.
It
So you have to
would.
kind of pick and choose. But it's been a good day. I think we're all going to sleep well tonight.
Time to recover.
Yeah, time to recover. So catch you guys later. What do you got to say? There you go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. So catch you guys later.